feels light. It doesn't feel like it's struggling. I mean, that power plant obviously makes wonders for this car.
Right.
As I was telling you, the smell of the car just brings you back to a whole different era.
I love it.
I'm glad you haven't gone away from that smell, you know?
Yeah. You know, I used to be like, oh, I want to put air fresheners in and make it smell good. Nah, that's changed. I love the old smell, man.
It is an acquired taste.
Yeah.
Some people don't like it, you know?
Yeah.
Bro. You can make a right. Is it me or the bag is squibbly? Like it wants to...
Yeah, a little bit.
A little. The power delivery is so good.
That's babying it.
And that's babying it for obviously, div reasons and other stuff. Wow. Alrighty, everyone, welcome back to Automotive Anatomy. Today we have Dwayne. Dwayne, thank you so much for making the time, man. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, I love Corollas.
Oh, here we go.
Take out the mic. Let's go. My bad. So tell us, what did you bring us today, man?
I brought you a 79 Toyota Cressida.
A Cressida. And there is some very big difference between a Cressida and a Corolla. We're going to discuss it. Before we talk about this amazing build, man, tell us a little about yourself. When do you remember thinking, I like cars, this is a hobby that I want to pursue?
Ooh, from young. I mean, I remember back having like Matchbox cars and like rolling them on the window seal. Pushing them down so they were lowered before I even knew lowering cars was a thing.
Okay.
Just, it might be somewhere in the family that it's stuck in my genes.
Your family got into cars?
Back in the day, yeah, and then they got out of it pretty quick. My mom used to build like funny cars and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then just a huge gap between there and me coming across cars. Like, it was just
when do you remember thinking it was in your teenage years that you were like got interested into cars, and was it old cars or was
initially I got into the lowrider scene. As a kid, like I just loved the fact that a car was hopping and three-wheel motion and stuff like that, and the paintwork, and like noticing this stuff as a kid kind of just pulled me in to notice the little details of everything.
And I'm assuming that love for the lowrider is never going away.
Oh, never.
Yeah, I gotcha. No. Okay. And what was the dream lowrider?
Of course, 64.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Good taste. Got
to be the champagne and gold.
Oh, man, bro.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So actually, what becomes your first car?
My first car was actually a Mitsubishi Lancer.
Oh, that's super out there. I would never guess that.
Yeah. I joined the Army and I could finally afford to make payments on a car, so I bought a car. It was a Lancer, slow, stock. I did little things to it, wheels, lowered it, exhaust, sound system, kind of got my beak wet with that.
Well, thank you for your service, first and foremost.
Yes, sir.
The second, so were you one of those military people that's out there, serving their country but still buying parts on the internet and
Absolutely.
just stacking them?
Yep, I sure was.
We need some financial literacy in the Army, bro, because...
I used to get that a lot. Either you're really good with your money or you're a dumbass.
And I'm not going to say anything, bro. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to be disrespectful, but here we are. No, I got you. Okay. Yep. So, got it. So obviously on Lancer, that's a little different.
Yep.
Cool. No worries about that.
Couldn't afford the Evo.
And did you end up getting the Evo eventually?
I didn't. I traded the Lancer in for a WRX.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Still couldn't get the STI though.
Couldn't get the STI.
Okay, that's good. So you had your fair share of like newer cars.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, but you still have that love for the old school.
Always.
Gotcha. How do we stumble upon this Cressida?
Oof. I'm pretty sure everybody knows who Lloyd Leatherman is.
I don't.
He has a Cressida like mine, a gray one. The zombie Cressida. He got pretty famous.
Immediately regretted that. You're like, no, let me.
I keep it open so I can keep eye on temperatures and pressures and stuff.
As you should, senor. As you should. All right, let's go for a ride. We'll go out that way, and then we'll go to a more quiet spot. impressions, it's fast.
It's fast.
Yeah.
We haven't left first gear yet.
Second, what do you mean it's not loud, bro?
What?
Whenever you're on the road, and I'm like, I love it. It has such a strong personality.
Yeah.
Suspension is definitely on the stiffer side. You need it. Oh. Make a right.
R.I.P. to that lip.
I do apologize because I do bring some of the weight down.
Nah, you're good, dude.
Oh. Sounds so good, man. We'll make a left and then a right. I mean, cars like this that are bigger, you have to put very stiff suspension, especially if you're gonna be that low.
Right.
But it is a small car from the outside, but it doesn't feel small inside.
Yeah.
And I like that. The roads are not in the best condition, so I'll give you that.
That lip is really low.
The car is really low too.
I want to go lower.
You want to go lower?
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's get over here.
I mean, it definitely makes for a fun adventure wherever you go. You have to really plan out your route.
Exactly.
We're going to make a left and then a light on the right, please. Jeez, there's no dip there. There's no dip.
The lip would say otherwise.
You better hope that lip is not expensive, because
It is expensive.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
It's alright.
You'll make a right on the light.
My boy Richard said he's gonna repair it.
So I'm assuming day and night this power plant with the old one, like
Oh yeah.
power-wise, it's just the feeling of it, the driving experience.
100%. So the old one was just super slow.
Yeah.
Like, I could have been flooring it right there, and you know.
That was flooring back in the old
Yeah,
setup.
exactly.
Gotcha. I'm assuming it was good on gas mileage, or no?
I think so.
Okay.
I hope so. Honestly, it's the miles per gallon here.
This one now is miles per gallon.
Yeah.
Yes. It feels light. It doesn't feel like it's struggling. I mean, that power plant obviously makes wonders for this car.
Right.
As I was telling you, the smell of the car just brings you back to a whole different era.
I love it.
I'm glad you haven't gone away from that smell, you know?
I hopped on Craigslist and came across this thing. It was listed for like, I don't know, less than an hour.
Okay.
Hit the guy up. He was in Ventura. I'm like, hey, I'm on my way. Went to check it out. I was like, let me leave you $500 and I'll come back in a couple weeks and pick it up. He was like, fine. Signed some papers. Came back, shot him another, I'll leave the amount.
Another 20 grand.
No, I'll tell you.
No, you're fine.
Right.
No, but we were looking for this.
This chassis,
yes. Okay, gotcha.
This year, this chassis.
Because the 80s boxy ones look so good, but this one's, they're hard to find.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it back home. It was bone stock. It came from a lady in Vegas. It sat in her garage for 10 years.
Perfect.
It was her husband's. He passed away. The guy that I bought it from did like restorations for like Barrett Jackson.
Oh.
So I think he resprayed it, like cleared it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Obviously the roof is, starting to fade.
But it is OG paint then. Okay,
but it is OG paint.
I love this brown.
I got it and immediately started tinkering with it.
Destroying it.
Dude, and I was still young at the time.
Pristine
I've had the car for like 14 years now.
Oh, no way. That's cool.
Yeah. So younger, 14 years ago me, slapped some 15 by 10 like smoothies on it.
What can go wrong?
You're right. Yeah.
Stock bushings. Yeah,
straight piped it. It was just loud and slow and monster trucking on some small wide boys.
Gotcha. Okay, you've had the car for a long time. That
yeah.
makes the story even better, man. Just because you know how like a lot of younger people want to get a Lancer and you know, a new car, no problems. But we love old school. Gotcha. Yeah. So you pick it up. That's 14 years ago. I obviously automatically started messing with it. Why keep it such a long time? What's up with this chassis? What do you like it so much?
The character, like this is probably one of my favorite parts here. This body line that comes across the rear door and the recorder. It kind of gives it that Hako body line.
Wow, I didn't even notice that. That's cool. Gotcha. Okay. So after all those years, here we are. 2025. We're still talking about a 70's Econobox.
Yeah.
But not so much Econobox. It has some luxurious stuff, and we'll get into that. I mean, that's what I'm amazed at. The Cressidas, how, you know, digital dash and whatnot. I'm just like, why? Okay. But
for its time, this was considered their flagship.
Yeah.
This was supposed to take on some American model, I forget, but you know, they wanted luxury, economy, four-door, family car. Yeah.
I'm assuming they were quote unquote expensive for their time.
You know, I don't know.
You don't know? I would
assume so.
I would think, yeah, because they're just, you know, they're so nice. Yeah. And the design on them just perfect. Gotcha. Well, let's start talking about it. Okay, so what's the name of the color?
Brown.
Brown. There you go, Cressida brown.
I don't know the actual name of the color.
You know, back in the 70s and 80s, the big thing was to change the color quite a bit. Now cars are silver, white, and black. Like that's very simple. So I really like this, you know, it's giving me root beer brown type of vibes.
It's got a bit of like a gold shimmer in it.
Okay. What have we done to the front end?
Front end is stock. Okay. The only thing I've done was the lip, and you know, rest in peace. It's going to get repaired here pretty soon, and then remounted. But that's pretty much it to the front end, besides the fender mirrors and the JAF badge.
What kind of front lip is that?
Ooh, that is a Cusco Kids.
Okay. Specifically for this model?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Bumper stock?
Bumper stock.
It's nice.
I'd love to come across some JDM bumpers.
Thinner?
They're thinner, yeah. They're sunk in more, and then, you know,
they're still metal, or they're plastic?
They're metal.
Okay.
And then they have like the signal in here.
Gotcha. And that signal supposed to be the substitution to this?
Right.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, the grill is so nice, man. Gives it like nice presidential, you know, status. Okay.
You know, sneak in there and you can see the intercooler right there.
Shh, there's no intercooler. Let them keep guessing. And then is this a stock position for this generation?
No.
It's over there?
Yeah, it's here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, don't look at that.
I thought it was like, you know, when you go fishing, like one of those. Okay, no.
Okay. Just mount your pole in there?
Yeah. Okay, so this is something that, you know, obviously a lot of Datsuns and Sunnies and all that, they just look good with them, so you put them there.
Yeah.
It would suck if somebody was to move the mirror. And then
they move all the way. I don't even bother looking at them anymore. I hit a bump, that one goes lower, this one goes up. They're all over the place.
That's funny. And then window visors.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I got these from a guy in the Philippines.
I'm assuming these cars are hard to find, you know, the parts for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Philippines, okay. And they're good material. Oh, that's nice. Now, this generation don't come in two doors, right?
It does.
It does?
We didn't get them in the States, though.
We never get anything in the States.
Yeah, we don't get the cool stuff.
Okay, but they come in two doors?
They do, yeah.
Do they have hatches?
No.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, the sedan looks so good, though, either way. Yeah. And then nothing in the back. Everything's stock.
Yep.
Okay.
It's funny, when I was looking for this car, I came across a two-door one in Washington.
Oh, shoot.
But, you know, non-running and needed a lot of work, so when I found this one, I just forgot about that one.
Oh, yeah.
But now I'm like, I wish I would have went up there and grabbed it, because, you know, they don't exist here.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with either one.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you still have all the badges.
Yep.
Cressida and everything. What is this? Is that supposed to be a vent?
When the windows are up and you close the door, it makes like a pressure, right?
Okay.
And that's just releasing that pressure when you close the doors. The cabin pressure.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool. Wow, that's awesome.
That, and I'm sure it has other functions like, you know, just letting the interior breathe when it gets
There's
hot.
an old designer out there listening to us. Is like, that is 100% not the reason why I designed that. That's cool. Okay. Yeah. And then the back is the same OEM everything.
Yep.
I actually like the. It reminds me of the 64. I mean, specifically the 63. How in the Impalas they have that little curvature. It's not just a, you know, chop. There's
That's
just
a good point too. I didn't think about that.
There's so much just design to these cars. I love it.
Character.
Yep, character for sure. And I love the style that you have it with the stickers and everything. You know, yeah, I love it.
I go back and forth. Sometimes I'm like, I want to rip all the stickers off, so it's just clean.
I personally love the stickers. It gives you that personality.
Yep, all the stickers have meaning. You know what I mean? It's like all, you know, people you meet, where you've been in your past, shows you've been to, people that have helped you with the build. You know, it's
some of those stickers are not being made anymore, so just to keep them, and you know, it goes with the flow of the car.
Yeah.
Speaking of going with the flow of the car, tell us about your suspension. What have you upgraded?
Suspension is difficult for this car, and luckily T3 has stepped up and started making stuff for this chassis. So as far as suspension, everything up front is T3. All the arms, lower control arms.
It's specifically for these chassis, right? You're not using like an S13 or anything like that.
So I'm using S13
you are.
coilovers. Oh, okay, cool. On PBM up front. The rear is still stock on cut springs with Camaro shocks. So, you know,
I love that.
Again, it's a work in progress.
We know where we put the money in, and in the back, keep the drums. Nah, we don't have to touch it right now.
Yep.
I love it. Okay. I love that though, because you guys are. I'm into the 90s Honda, so for me, honestly, it's easy. You know, companies make parts for cars.
Right.
But I love that you guys are always having to be creative.
Got to get creative.
Super creative. Yeah. So okay. And in the back we still have drums. Is that
unfortunately? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
my lights are still on.
If it works, it works. Did you upgrade the braking system?
No, just new.
Okay.
Yeah.
So still in stock everything. Now
I would like to, but in order for me to upgrade, I'd have to go up to 15s, and I want to stay on 14s.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
I might do that with the other Cressida, and
you have another Cressida?
Yeah.
What
That's
year?
going to be the same year, 79.
Are you gonna take a whole different style?
It's going to be a drift car.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yes, that's cool.
I'll probably go up to 15s on that one for the brakes.
Got it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, these ones are 4x114. God, I love that.
Yeah.
My Accords are 4x114.3. The only thing that I dislike is that the wheels are super nice. They're super small, 14, 15, 16. 14, 15s.
Yeah.
But there are wheels out there, and then you guys just decide to just blow them up, and I love it. Tell us about the wheel and tire setup that you have.
So these are Le Mans, Dunlop Le Mans, and they are 14 by 8 in the front, 14 by 9 in the rear. Front -15, rear -27. And,
-27 in the rear, right?
Yep.
Wow, I love it, man. I love it.
And the tires are, you know, whatever you can find for 14s here, so.
So they're all different sizes, what you're saying, okay.
Yeah, I've heard of guys getting like a tractor or a trailer tires, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they that hard to find?
They're hard to find.
Oh, shoot. Only the tractors had them.
Right, yeah, exactly.
There's a whole bunch in the middle of the country, you know, but not here, I don't know why. Oh, man. Yeah, they're such a nice wheel, man. Are those original finish with the face like that? Like
I
gold
believe
brown?
so, yeah.
It matches the car, you know, it looks good.
Yeah. It needs to be redone.
How is speaking of redone, how is it driving these cars with such wide wheels? Because I've cracked wheels in the past and it's just a pain in the butt. But how's it in this chassis? Does it take it well?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The size of the tires take up so much of the impact on stuff. They're fine.
Okay.
I feel like they're 14s, and you know, if they were any bigger, I think you would have problems with that.
Okay.
Like I know guys on like 18s, 19s that are cracking barrels, but 14s, nah, they're strong.
Gotcha. All right, man. That looks so good. I love it. Very simple. Exhaust system? What do you got going on?
3-inch oval straight pipe.
Simple.
Yep.
Nice.
And you know, we'll get into that later because this all came out of another car. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it needs to breathe. You know.
Yeah.
That stock engine needs to breathe.
People say it's loud. I'm like, oh, it doesn't sound loud to me.
I think he's just deaf.
You know, you might be onto something. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What?
Bro, you can make a right. Is it me or the bag is squibbly? Like it wants to.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little. The power delivery is so good.
That's babying it.
And that's babying it for obviously, you know, div reasons and other stuff. Wow. Oh yeah, that's a great swap, man.
Thank you.
It's a great power plant, and like I said, 350 plus horsepower. I know a lot of people when I hear 700, 8,000, whatever. I don't. To me, is drive a car like this that shouldn't move like this. That's still on the road. That's success.
Good car, man. Again, I'm shocked at how well it turned out.
Okay.
Especially just 6 months of build time. I like to think I'm an okay mechanic, and doing a lot of this swap myself, I question myself.
Yeah.
So I've learned through this process to trust myself, right? And it's speaking for itself.
Careful.
Yep.
Oh, that scares me. Gotcha. And you can do a U-turn somewhere in the wherever you want. Gotcha. I mean, I wouldn't say these are common swaps just because they're older cars, you know?
Right. Well, let this truck go by.
Just careful. Let them go by.
Yeah.
Those mirrors somewhat do their job.
Somewhat.
Oh, you pushed a little bit more there. Okay, that VTEC came in.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. Damn. Yeah, that was a truck. That was a truck.
Yeah.
That wasn't us. I think. I won't panic until he panics.
Yeah. It's pretty well under control. It's tame.
I mean, in these motors, 12 pounds, 370 horsepower, that's conservative, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. That's good. It's like
there's Jay-Z guys out there pushing like 500, 600 on stock blocks.
and it handles it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not like the WRXs. Once you start putting a little bit of power, they're grenades?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So these would be considered more like your cruiser, just enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's very comfortable. I mean, aside from the bounciness, but the seats themselves are super comfortable. I feel like I'm in a sofa.
Yeah, that's good.
It's perfect. Make a left on the light.
Yeah.
We'll go back. Yeah, the whole interior of this car is such a vibe, man. Like the whole car itself, I love the style. You definitely feel like you're in a whole different era.
Mm-hmm. Still got radio.
What? What?
I don't want to get you copyright.
What a flex, though.
Yeah.
Like you got the old school phase, but you still got the newer jams. Nice. I often get nostalgic because the 70s and 80s, they had personality.
Right.
New cars don't.
Yeah, I just felt like the Jay-Z gave it a new lease on life.
Oh yeah.
You know.
While keeping everything else authentic to it.
Right.
So really no bigger plans anymore. Just enjoy and drive it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have the other plan for the drift part.
Yeah, the other Cressida is going to be the one to really do some stuff too.
What made you fall in love with this chassis? When was the first time you remember watching it?
I've always been a four-door guy.
Okay.
And then as I grew up, I became a Toyota guy, and then I really liked the Corollas, like the TE 72s.
Okay.
You know, 4 doors. I was just like fell in love with it. And then, like I said, when I saw Lloyd's, I was just like, wow, that's what I want. Just all the characters.
Slam,
yeah.
white wheels.
Yeah, just beautiful. Okay. Yeah.
I gotta check it out. I'm sure I've come across these cars.
Yep.
Obviously, there's so many cars and builds out there. I don't know anybody. You know, there's big people in the Datsun community. So you just see different people in different communities and, you know, living legends type of thing. And you see their builds and you're like, oh man. Especially at the classic old school Japanese classic car show.
Yep.
You know, seeing all of you guys like the last time, not this time around, but the year before, a yellow Cressida showed up, and I was just falling in love with it. You know. So
was that Billy's?
Probably.
Super low.
Yes.
So these are his old wheels.
Oh, nice. Hey, I was gonna ask you regarding the wheels. There seems to be now be a formula, right, for them to sit on the chassis perfectly.
Yeah. 14s. That's it. Stay in 14s.
That's just tough. I don't understand, man. I don't know if it's just you guys just kind of like drilled it into my brain to think that it works, because small wheels on a Cressida, it works in my head. But if I do that in a Accord or like a newer car, it just doesn't.
You know what I think of, like small wheels on like an Accord or something like that. I think of like the old lowrider.
Yes.
So,
but that's lowrider, not like this. This isn't lowrider, but this is just it's its own style, and I love it. You know. You wouldn't think that it would work, but you guys made it work, and they're wide, and I don't know. I love the entire style of the whole. You know, it wouldn't be considered bozo, right?
No, I think I would just fall in the category of just Kyusha. Old Japanese car.
See, I love that. Like, I don't know. I've interviewed so many different people with different styles, and that in itself, it's, you know, it's fun. I like that. Yeah. Thank you for this opportunity, this experience, man. This is such a ride car. You know, 2025, cruising in California, Long Beach area, and a 70's Cressida swap. I mean, life is good.
Life is good.
The exhaust is perfect too.
I know, and I have to build an exhaust for it. Like, it's too loud, I guess.
No one says too loud. It's good. Don't daily drive it.
Right, yeah.
Without earbuds.
You know, I come across a cop every once in a while, and like I try to avoid eye contact, and I'm just like, it's loud because it's an old car.
Do they mess with you?
Nah, not at all.
Right, like, because you could just say, oh no, it's a big exhaust leak.
They give me a fix-it ticket
for the exhaust leak.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see them pulling you over for how low it is, but nah, that's one of the things I think. Hopefully, you guys don't get hassled.
The only time I've been pulled over in this was for the cop to appreciate it.
No way.
Yeah. And I was so scared, like nervous, and I'm like, oh man, he's gonna ticket me for something.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, man, I just wanted to see a nice car and look at it. I was like, wow.
You're nervous.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, that was younger me. You know, might have been riding. You know, no license kind of thing happening.
There you go. Parking next to it. See some pictures of them. Bro, good experience. I love it.
Thank you.
The interior, if you don't mind, let's check it out.
Yeah.
You don't mind opening up the door, Dwayne? Probably one of the best interiors ever. He may or may not be OCD. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, and I'm weird. I like to go to door cards and things like that.
Sure.
Because I don't know. I feel like they have so much personality with the different textures. It's weird. I mean, you guys can have a whole bunch of like bucket seats and all these expensive parts. I'm here looking at the door cards. Just the design on them, the way they make them. Man, wow.
Electric windows in '79.
That
electric, power locks, power windows.
How? You know what I mean? Like how?
Yeah.
So one of the things that I was super looking forward to in meeting you and getting to know your car, it sounds really weird, but it's the smell of the actual car.
Hop in there, man. You gotta hop in.
I can already smell it, and I love it. What do we got
it's hard
going
to
on?
explain, right? But when you just...
Those that know.
Yeah.
Wow. What do we got going on inside the interior, Dwayne?
Bone stock. Bone stock. Nothing's changed except for the steering wheel. And if you look over there in the glove box, there's some peekaboo gauges.
That's stock as well.
Yeah, that's
Oh, Cressida's from the 70's. You pull down your glove box and I'll be there.
You got to know what your oil temp
your air
is,
pressure.
Yeah,
we get it. Yeah. Gotcha.
Toyota knew that from the get-go.
Nah, they're just so advanced. Okay. So everything's stock, even the shift knob, right?
Oh yeah. No, I'm kidding. No, it's aftermarket.
Gotcha.
That's a great company right there. Nostalgic Grains.
Nostalgic.
I bugged them for years for a shift knob, and I finally got one.
Got it. I love the center console, man. Everything about it.
Digital clock.
Digital clock, okay.
Quartz.
Now, you said it was owned by an older lady or her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Very well taken care of.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Very well. Everything about it. Wow.
I feel guilty every time I see like the upholstery start to split, and like, why'd you have to start splitting when I own you?
Oh, that's funny. Those cup holders, aftermarket, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, cup holders and the steering wheel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love how you're protecting the. Do they crack the dashes?
They do crack. Yeah.
Okay.
This one has a slight crack in it, but
You don't want to make it worse.
Yeah, I don't want to make it worse.
Okay. Yeah. I love the interior. Keeping it like stock, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Any future plans for the interior?
You know, since I got the other Cressida, no more.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna keep this one stock because I was planning on doing like I still might do like Recaro, like OG seats.
Just for the front.
Yep.
Gotcha. Because you got the whole VIP style type, feel in the back. It looks good, man. I like it.
Thank you.
Wow. And that champagne tan color is really, for a few, not everybody likes that color.
Yep.
But they're just so hard to find. I'm glad you kept it. The smoke little thing in the back, of course, because
it was normal back then, man. The kids were smoking.
Man, I love it. I love the whole entire vibe of this car.
Thank you.
Well,
and then, you get that good. Listen to that.
Those vents, though, man.
Oh, it's quality, bro.
It's so much better than mine, and mine's 20 years, newer. Well, why do we need gauges for a stock car? Let's check out the power plant if you don't mind, Dwayne. Let's see what we got going on.
A little sneak peek.
A little sneak peek.
This.
Oh, that's fancy.
You gotta put that clip in too, Jay-Z. No shit.
I don't know that. You gotta send me that clip. Okay. I'll find it. I'm gonna have to put the explanation of it, and then maybe the clip.
Hey, pop the hood. Pop the hood? Pop the hood.
2 Jay-Z engine, no shit.
And what did I tell you?
I was just thinking of putting the 2 Jay-Z of the Jay-Z faces, but okay.
Oh, okay. That works too.
It's not a K, which is unfortunate. I'm a Honda guy, so
I gotta stick with the Toyota family, bro.
Yeah. Not everybody can afford Ks. I get it, and these are really cheap. He just laughs at me like,
no, you know
when they don't know. When they don't know, just let them talk, Dwayne. Just,
the amount of money you're gonna spend putting a K in, you can do this.
No.
Yeah.
These things are pricey,
bro.
man.
You're gonna spend 10K putting a K in here.
Well, we'll see. We can debate about that later. We'll see.
I'll tell you how much I bought that for.
Wait, like 14 years ago?
Yeah. Well, no.
Exactly. Now.
Like, 9 years ago.
Okay, like 14 years ago. Yeah, dude, everything was cheap. What are we starting at?
We are staring at a 2JZ non-VVTi. Went to a single turbo.
Okay.
That's a Precision 6262.
Nice.
46 millimeter wastegate.
Okay.
12-pound spring. Just keeping it simple.
Okay. How? When did you do the swap?
So this was about a year and a half ago.
Oh, recent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I spent every day for 6 months. Well, I used to share a shop with a friend.
Okay.
And the lease was coming up, and we decided to just leave the shop.
Mm-hmm.
So I had 6 months to do this. So I was there every day doing something, right? Like ordering parts, putting parts on. I must have put this in and out 8 or 9 times.
Oh, nice.
You have to make clearance for the transmission and trying to, bang out the transmission tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah, just there every day doing something. Something had to be done.
Okay. What did you decide to go with this power plant?
I just had it sitting around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now it could look stock,
Right.
Obviously it's not, but it could look stock the way you have it. The size of the engine bay, I think, is very well proportioned. The engine itself sits low. I mean, it's not like it sits high.
Yep.
What motor mounts did you have to use, or is it a 101?
So I went with the excessive JZ mounts.
Okay. So there are mounts specifically for this chassis for that power plant.
They're JZ like universal.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what was in here before was a straight 6. So
Okay.
that's why it kind of looks at home, because just take out a straight 6, put a straight 6.
And that was the OEM
yeah,
straight 6?
that's the 4M.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're bulky, right?
There's a lot going on.
It's a lot.
Yeah. I wouldn't say they're bulky. There's just a lot of vacuum hoses. It's carb, so you got the carburetor over here and
Gotcha.
lines for everywhere.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think back in the day they would have a problem developing something, so then they would just add 30 vacuum lines to it.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah. Then that would create a problem, and then they'd add another 2 or 3 hoses to that.
You got some hoses that bypass each other.
Exactly. Yeah. The problem went away.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just add more hoses.
Yeah.
I love it. And obviously you took all of that. But now this car's okay. So what transmission are you running?
R154.
And what is that out of?
Like the MK3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
MK3 and I think earlier MK4s.
Is that a 5-speed or 6-speed?
5-speed.
5-speed. Okay. And so the piping, who did that, or what company, for the intercooler and all that good stuff?
So the piping was done by my buddy Luke.
Okay.
Initially for the drift car that all this was in.
Oh, okay.
And then putting it in here, I had to have everything kind of cut and rewelded to fit by Jake over at I'm gonna forget his company for a second.
Jake at State Farm? Yeah. Okay, but the intercooler sits high. You definitely put it up there so it gets a lot of air.
It's upside down.
It's upside down?
Yeah.
It's just because of the design?
Yeah. Just because you know how intercoolers, they kind of have that shape.
Yeah.
So we flipped it over and it fit better, and
there's no performance issues?
I still had to run oil cooler behind it, and
no performance issues.
No.
Man, this is a tight fit.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was an intercooler. Cooler down there. Okay. The chassis. Did you do anything with? I mean, aside from banging out the tunnel, what else did you have to modify?
That was really it, man. One-piece drive shaft, so I didn't have to touch anything with like the center support bearing.
Did you upgrade the diff in the back?
No, the rear end is stock right now.
Stock?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I baby it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I have spare axles, so I don't know. Maybe I'll see what happens today.
No, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Okay. What else am I trying to think of? The block itself, I'm sure head and block is stock.
Bone stock, never opened up. Still got the JZ Magic.
They're very reliable.
They really are.
Very reliable, huh?
Yeah.
But they're going up in value. You can't deny that.
I can't deny that.
Yeah.
And I got really lucky coming across this when I did 2016.
TRC throttle body.
Yep.
That's a better option than just a regular one, right?
No, that's factory.
Oh, that's factory. Okay.
TRC is just like their traction control stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought automatically, like putting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If you don't mind sharing, has it been tuned, numbers, things like that?
So it has been tuned. This was in the previous chassis, the drift car. It made 341 horsepower, 341 torque.
Wow.
Yeah, 12 pound spring. Just wanted to keep it reliable, right?
That's very good.
Yeah.
Those are very good numbers.
Yeah.
The cars themselves, are they heavy?
You know, this one's like, yeah, they are. I was gonna try to justify it, but yes, they are kind of heavy.
Hold on.
I think
you
this
took yourself
weighs,
out of that, right?
yeah, I think this one comes in at like 3,400 pounds.
That's not heavy.
That's not heavy?
No, my coupe is like 3,000.
Oh, geez.
It's sad, yeah.
Oh.
That's not heavy. That's good. I mean, that's why the doors sound like the way they sound, because there's nothing. But yeah, they're you know, overall, yes, they're heavy cars. They're sedan. They're supposed to be safe. And back in the 70s,
True.
this was considered safe. Now, a Cybertruck is huge compared to this.
Dude, I drive by next to those things and I'm like,
it moves you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you. Okay. And transmission stock.
yeah,
Okay, there's nothing that you have to do to that. Clutch?
clutch is stock. Yeah.
Okay. This one's power steering, nothing like that?
So yeah, I did a IS300 brake booster. I did a IS300
Oh.
clutch master. I did a IS300 rack.
Oh.
So
That's a huge. I would never even consider those.
you're kind of forced to, because these come with like a steering box, and in order to pressurize the steering box, you need the power steering pump and all that stuff. So.
And those are electric.
No, they were
Sorry, the IS
hydraulic.
ones are electric.
No.
Really?
Hydraulic, yeah.
What? I would think everything's electric. Okay. Just as a lot of my Honda buddies, they're going for like the Prius, power steering and all that stuff, and so it's electric and
It simplifies stuff for sure, especially when you don't want the accessory stuff on the engine. You can do, battery pumps.
Okay. Speaking of battery, relocated that to the back.
Yep.
Making it a little more cleaner.
Yeah.
A couple more radium pieces there.
Yep.
Overflows.
Radium, chase bay. Again, all this came out of the drift car, so it was just.
So the
throw it in
original,
here.
so the drift car that you have right now, it was this. This is a power plant. What power plant is that now going to be?
This was in the drift car. It wasn't a Cressida. It was a Mazda 929.
So you like cars, I think. Huh?
Yeah, I think so. It's just a little bit.
Shoot, another car. Okay,
yeah,
my
it's
bad.
a 93 big boat 4-door, like massive car.
Heck
and
yeah.
I had some fun with it a couple events, and the chassis is so hard to find stuff for, so
Okay.
we're
Gotcha.
like,
So a different car.
pull everything out, chop it up, give it to the metal guy. And then this was sitting on the side for so long, and I was like, 6 months left in the shop, let's
Put it in.
just do that.
That's cool, man. Future plans for it, if any?
Rear end for sure.
And what does that mean? What are you gonna upgrade to?
Maybe like a 488,
Okay.
or well, I was talking to Jordan earlier about maybe doing like a S13, S14 rear subframe swap.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see. We're talking money now, so
It gets expensive.
it really does.
Yeah.
And I'm on a budget.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for what I can say, man, it's an amazing build.
Thank you.
It's always nice to see a meets. It sounds great.
Thank you.
It boogies for sure. No 70s car should be moving this fast. You guys were leaving me behind, so it definitely boogies and it looks good. For how low it is, it doesn't look uncomfortable. When we go on a
Not
shotgun
bad.
drive, we'll see.
She's all right.
Dwayne, thank you so much for making the time. I really do appreciate you, keeping up with my jokes. They're not, I'm
No, we're
usually
good.
funny to myself.
No, we're here.
We're
I get
here,
you.
he says. But no, man, this is an amazing build. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for being flexible, because I changed the date on you. But I mean, this is an amazing build, and
Thank
I'm
you.
so glad that there's more people like yourself keeping these older chassis alive.
Right.
And I'll say it, Toyotas, man, they have such a strong personality, especially the old school 70s, 80s, that I'm so gravitated towards that,
Right.
man. So definitely props to you and everybody else who drives anything similar to this. Any shout outs?
Yes. So let's thank JD and Booger, my friend Luke, Luke Pacula Racing, Suspicious Garage, Defworks, who else? There's going to be more people, and I'm going to forget off the top of my head, and they're going to be like,
I mean,
"Thanks for the
12 years
shout
of
out, bro."
ownership,
I
or
know,
14,
right?
whatever. Like, yeah, you're going to forget some people.
Keanu, He helped out with the wiring. Yeah, I think that's it.
That's it. Well, I'm sure you're forgetting somebody. I'm sure they know. They know that you appreciate them.
Thank you. I love you guys.
That's what's up, man. So like I said, thank you so much. This is what we like. We like old school boxy cars with a little bit more power. So I love that, man. So let's go for a ride. How about that?
Let's go.
Let's go. Hey, we're gonna go for a ride. We'll be back.
You're not gonna get here.
He promised me that it's gonna get worse.
Nah, I'll be nice.
He said he'll be nice. Whatever that means. Hey, it's a PG-13.
You're so vulgar.
I love it. Damn, all that power threw my GoPro to the ground.